name's Mark Coulson, I'm editor of Total Carp magazine. I'm here today with John from Waverunner Tackle, and we're having a look at the Waverunner bait boat. Now, bait boats are increasingly popular with carp anglers these days, and one key reason for that is the fact that actually they're a little bit more affordable than they used to be, 5-6 years ago when they first really came to prominence. Now, whether you love them or not, there's definitely a place for bait boats in carp fishing. Now, the reason why I mentioned the accessibility through price there, John, is the first thing that struck us about the Waverunner is actually it's less than 600 quid, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And that's actually for a package. So
yeah.
What do we actually get for the money? So I've come along and I've bought one. What do we get for that price?
Basically you get the actual boat itself, the handset, which is in this little bag, which you actually get with it as well.
So the bags are included?
The bags are included, yeah. You've got this accessory handset, battery/bag, which will hold your handset along with your battery, keep it nice and safe. Obviously you've got that. You've got the bait boat bag, which you can take it to and from your car, keep it protected, nice and padded. Obviously the aerial, and the standard, really, that is what you get with it.
Okay, so it's everything that you need.
Everything that you need to just basically get going.
Right, John, that's quite a package.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at how you put it all together before we go and use it.
Yeah. You've got the aerial first of all, just attach that, screw that onto it.
On nice and easy, doesn't it?
Flexible aerial. Obviously you've got the battery, which is a 12 volt 10 amp battery.
Right.
Just one. Undo the lid there, which is nice and watertight.
Yep. Good job today.
Yeah, you need the waterproof today, mate. Pop that central into the boat there, which has got a nice little groove which sits in place so it doesn't move very much at all.
Yeah, that's solid.
That's right, yeah. Got the Velcro straps as well to keep it in position. Connect the two connectors together. Pop that out of the way. And then you've got the lid, push it on, and you'll feel it squeeze on, so that's watertight again.
Enough.
That's
and
right,
that's it, you're ready to go.
That's it then, basically, yeah.
What about the handset there then?
Yep.
Just on that and with the aerial, what sort of range would you expect to get from one of these?
Well, this particular boat, you get 500 to 1,000 metres, all dependent upon conditions, yeah. Right. Not that you'd ever see it over 250, 300 metres, right. But it is a exceptionally good range.
To be fair, it's rare that people are going to ever fish that far out.
That's right.
But, I know
it's
people
nice
that go
to have it.
Yeah, well, I know people that go out to these big lakes in France, and they can literally be, they could have hook baits out 300 yards.
That's right,
No one could ever cast it that far, so this is where the boat comes into its own.
That's where it could make the difference between catching and blanking, basically.
Yeah, definitely. What about different conditions? It's a bit grim today.
Yeah, it does vary upon air temperature, wind, things like that. So it's not always going to give you the maximum range. But on nice days, like I said, 500 metres is more than enough. You know what I mean? And obviously some reels won't hold that much line, so it's a bit irrelevant really as well. But you've always the range is just another selling point to the boat really.
Excellent.
As well.
Yeah. What are these here then?
You've got 2 power points at the back here, we're covered by these little rubber grommets. You can charge the batteries directly through the boat as well as to the battery. So you can actually plug it into there, charges the boat battery instead of actually taking it out. And then you've obviously got another one at the side of it here, which you can plug the solar panel into it, which will charge it again as well.
Right. So, a lot of lads take these like big battery pack things, don't they?
That's right,
If you've not got one of those, a solar panel will actually charge that.
Perfect, yeah, you should. It's
how much life would you expect to get? On an average day, obviously,
it's got a standard, sort of a maximum running time of 2.5 hours. That's on sort of constant, going in a straight line, nothing too severe, and that's your average running time. Right. Again, it all will cut down dependent upon how much bait you're using, things like that.
Excellent. 2 hoppers.
Yeah, 2 individual hoppers.
Do they work independently?
They drop independently, yeah. The good thing about them also is that they're run by electromagnets. Right. So there's no hooks or fiddling around with your handset trying to hook it in place. So it's basically just drop, and then to set them again, just pop them back up, and that's as simple as that.
Couldn't be much easier to use.
That's it, yeah, it's very easy.
Right, what about the actual hand controls then?
Yeah, you've got the handset here, 2 joysticks there. Good thing about this, it's just one for the manoeuvrability of the boat, forwards, backwards, left, right, and then obviously the left joystick is for the left hopper, right hopper.
That's brilliant. I tell you, the one little bugbear of mine with some bait boats is that you have to almost do a combination of moves just to actually get the boat going in the first place.
Very complicated, because on some of them you can actually drop the hoppers accidentally instead of going right or going left. So this is really simple. It's also got it's actually got no springs in the joystick as well, so you can actually set it on a low speed. Instead of it going at full speed all the time, you can just set it off very slow. So
and you can actually take your hand off that as well.
Yeah,
the boat's still
that's
going.
it. You could put it down for a second and keep it coming back to you if you need to do something.
Brilliant. So with it being the single joystick there, then you could, like, I bet this would just turn on a 6-switch.
Yeah, basically. I mean, the turning circle on it's fantastic for the size of it. It's just to one side and the other, which starts one of the jet props moving forward and the other one moving backwards, and it basically just turns on its own axis.
Yeah, it's a key point there. It works off propellers, not off a jet.
That's right.
So there's no priming it before it goes out. It's literally turn that on, turn that on, and away you go.
Put it in the water, and that's it, mate.
Brilliant. Are there any other little features on it that we need to know about?
Yeah, the most important feature about it, to be honest with you, is these little hook releases at the back here. Basically, what they allow you to do is to take your hook bait out and drop it to a different position to where you've actually dropped the bait. So effectively, you could drop 5 kilos of bait in one area.
Right.
Drop the right hook release a couple of feet to the right, and then drop the left hook release a couple of feet to the left. So you're not fishing within inches of where you've dropped the bait.
Your hook bait can go out independently to what's in the hopper.
That's right.
I think more and more people now are a little bit concerned that with some bait boats, where your bait goes is where you fish. That's it, and it can be a little bit predictable, can't it? On some waters where bait boats get a lot of use. You know, that neat pile of boilies with a yellow hook bait in the middle of it, say, they've seen it a million times.
It's almost too perfect,
Absolutely,
isn't it?
yeah. So with this, you know, there's that old theory about the bigger fish as well feeding off the main feeding area. A little bit of bait out there from the boat, and how much can you get into one of those? Well, into the two.
2.5 kilo in each hopper.
So you can put 5 kilo down and actually have your hook baits just off
the baited area.
That's fantastic. That's brilliant.
Those are our main sort of points of the boat, to be honest with you. You can also take dead baits out with it, like, you know, big mackerel that you couldn't fit into the hoppers. Take those out. You can use them for marker floats, for dropping a marker float out. So you can actually go to the marker float again and again and drop it.
Ranges further than you might cast.
That's right. I mean, you might find a spot that you like and looking at a marker on the horizon, but when you actually get to that point, you might not realise that you're a couple of feet either side. At least if you drop a marker float with it, you can actually pinpoint and drive over the marker float and drop the hook bait as well on the bait. Another main point to it, it's actually got a fail-safe mechanism. So,
I remember you telling me about this at a show a little while back.
So if you was to ever go out of range for whatever reason, one of the motors would cut off and it would basically start turning into a big circle, come back, pick the range back up again, then you've got full control of it. Some boats I've heard of keeping going,
I've seen it.
I've been on lakes. Cut off. And
absolutely. I've sat there before and I've seen a boat coming towards me and I thought, he's coming into my water. What's actually happened is he's lost range.
That's right.
And it's just working on its own. And then the next thing, you just see it in the middle of the lake going round and round in circles. And until the wind blows it into the margin and the chap can go and retrieve it. That's it, So it's, in effect, it's lost. It could take days.
That's right, We've also, we've also got the lights which actually switch on and off by the handset as well.
Right, so these LEDs on the actual boat
the LEDs
itself.
at the front there, on the sides and on the back. The lights on the front work when they're going forward only to save on battery life. Then you've got obviously the LEDs on the right and the left which will go off, once the hoppers have dropped, so you can indicate at range whether you've actually dropped the hoppers or whether whether it's not, basically. Also, they will flash when the hook release comes up into play as well. That's right.
Fantastic. Well, a great package, you know, and the thing I really like about it, apart from the price, is it looks so easy to use. You know, put the battery in, turn it on, get your bait in there, and away you go. Loads of little features that are like, you know, little additions.
The big handle's a good point as well, because a lot of them you have little flimsy handles, and if you're fishing on a drop, let's say like this here, you'd virtually have to lie on your stomach and pop it in. With the big chunky handle though, you could just pop it in with ease and it's away then. So there's a lot of features to it, and especially for the price, you're getting a lot for your money.
It's a terrific price for the whole package. As I say, you know, you get the bags and everything as well. And just on that point with the handle, lean it down, again, the fact that you don't need to prime this boat before it goes out, you could actually drop it from a few inches above the water. You know, it's solid and sturdy, it's not going to keel over. That balance that you get with the battery in the middle, I think it's fantastic. Should we go and see how it works?
Yeah, brilliant.